just become a nice, quiet ride, drive.
Yep.
We just went, it's like 4:20, you guys. And we just went and dropped Junior off to his dad and got, cheers, baby. Oh, cheers, honey. Judge Brothers. Daddy got a pumpkin pie, like, shake, pretty much.
Because it's that season.
And Mommy got her Americano. Oh my God, you guys, bomb. We're both like, oh my God. This is love making before love making, okay? Do y'all love your coffee like we love our coffee? Like, Daddy can drink black coffee. I can't do the black.
Love it, black and strong.
I can't do black coffee. I cannot do black coffee. Talk about really making you have to poop. Oh my God. I
make real strong coffee.
We do. Daddy makes mud.
I never realized how
mud.
strong I made it until I came home from prison. I don't know when I started drinking it that strong in there, but it's because it's instant. I came home once and the first pot I had, and I was like, that tastes like watered down tea. So I made a pot. Took some getting used to, I think, from Mama. And now she hooked on it. She makes it like I do. I like it
4
strong.
scoops, you guys. And I'm talking not teaspoons. I'm talking 4 tablespoons. 4 heaping tablespoons is pretty much what we do. Everybody's like, oh my God. We go through a big giant, like, $8 thing of coffee in like a week and a half. Yeah.
Yeah. And we only drink it really once a day. We drink it in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've got to have it. It's got to be strong, or I just don't dig it. I'm kind of going, I don't want to go down Sheridan.
No.
But it's been a good day. I was at home all day with Mia, Junior, and Daniel. Slept half the day because they must have stayed up late last night, which is okay. When they woke up, they just stayed in the room gaming. Me and Mia sat out front, just playing, chilling, what I do every Sunday. I got stuck on her outlet mask, though, that hard one. I got stuck wearing that for like 30 minutes. It's very tight on this fat head.
Stuck with it.
But every time I go to take it off, she'd say, "No, Daddy." So I'd put it back on.
Yes, I bet it's tight.
But it's cool. I always get stuck in something. A funky hat, funky glasses, or outlet.
Usually it's the witch's hat that she makes.
Always the witch's hat and sunglasses.
The witch's hat and sunglasses.
She loves seeing me in it. I don't know why.
I'll take a picture and
I have
put it
pictures
right
of me in it.
here. Look at it. Isn't that adorable? Too cute. Uh-oh.
So I wrote something today. This would be like a mini rant. I wrote something today and I posted on Facebook. Just about certain things that are going on.
Kendall, you probably saw.
Going on in my life right now. What it has to do with is just people. Whether it's out here, at a store, in a restaurant, or at work. Doesn't matter. Just where society has come and where we're at today. And in so many different ways, it just sucks. It's fucked up. My biggest thing I have a problem with is people lying. They either lie about who they know,
I don't care what you lie about.
or where they've been,
Lying can't stand
or lie about what they've done and what they can do, and just lying in general.
who they know.
And what really frustrates me is everybody fucking accepts it. Everybody. And I just don't get it. Everyone's afraid to speak up and speak out. And I don't understand
and call
why.
people out on lying.
You know,
why
people,
you not call people out on lying?
I don't know why people are afraid, man, to speak their mind. If you think someone's talking bullshit, man, call them on it.
We feel like everybody's so, eggshells, tiptoe, you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Fuck that shit.
Especially in corporate world. There's things that go on in corporate world that are just unfucking heard of. But it is what it is. And it's easy to become hated and not the most liked because you speak your mind. You're saying what everybody else wants to say, but nobody wants to admit it.
Big boy pants on, underwear on, just say it. Yeah.
And so you kind of become the outcast. And And man, I'm
or
fucking
you're
cool
an
with that.
asshole, or
I don't give a damn.
bitch, yeah.
Everyone can hate me. I don't care.
Hit the
I will.
biscuit, agree.
I will never change or alter anything about me.
That's right.
Changing my past, that's different. We should all, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said past. Our ways.
Yeah.
That's all good.
We
but
can
never
all
change.
be better every day.
But never change who you are. I have a code in which I live by, and I'm going to live by it every day, regardless of what I can gain or lose, because I just don't
or
give a
who's
fuck.
around, or who's not living by a code that's
Because I always say
morally
the
right.
phrase, I said it today once or twice, I sleep good at night, because I do everything right. And if me speaking my mind and doing me and living the way I believe life should be lived, I'm good with that. I don't give a damn who disagrees with me.
That's right.
I just don't, our society just doesn't make sense to me anymore. It's okay to fucking be rude to somebody, no matter what it is.
It's okay to lie, cheat, steal, be disrespectful, rude, like you said. It's okay to. I don't know.
My buddy, Mike Haywood, I work with him up in Martin. Good dude. He put something on Facebook today. Loved it. It's an old Andy Griffith clip. And it's the one where there's this father and son, their family's new in Mayberry. And the son is just a spoiled, rotten little punk. Yes, punk. And the base of the story is he was riding his bike on the sidewalk. He wasn't supposed to. He was warned. Barney took his bike away and pounded it for 1 week because that's what the law was written. And at first it shows the dad come in and he's basically telling Andy Taylor, the good old sheriff, that it's wrong, give my son's bike back. And he's just basically telling him he has to learn right from wrong. What you do in
Rules are rules.
He said, what you do in your own home, he said, I can't control that. But when you're out here in the world, you have to take accountability for your actions. And so the argument goes on for a minute, but then the son really has this absurd outburst and says, lock my dad up. He's not scared. Give me my bike back. And he looks at him and says, do you want me to lock your father up for you behaving badly? And he said, yes, because he's not scared of you. Right there, it clicks in the dad's head. And he's looking at his son, he's looking at Andy, and you know it's about to take a turn. And so, he tells Andy, he says, he said, I like to have my son's bike back, but not to give to him. He said, I'm gonna sell it. And then of course the kid throws a big tantrum. His dad tells him, shut the fuck up. But not in those words, because this is Mayberry, they didn't talk like that.
And it's Andy Griffith's show.
And it's Andy Griffith's show. But nonetheless, he told him to shut up. But he just seen what a spoiled kid his son was. But here's the best part of this. Andy Taylor's doing that smile he always does, like when he knows he just showed somebody something. And I don't remember the guy's name, but he said, Mr. So-and-so, there's a fine old woodshed sitting in the back. And you can tell that the man in the scene is in a suit, but he kind of come from a place like that at one time. And he said, a good old-fashioned woodshed? And he said, the finest. And he says, come on, Billy, because I think the kid's name was Billy. And he walks him into the back, and Opie turns to him and said, is he going to get spanked? And Andy Taylor says, don't you think he deserves it? Now, you to do something like that today would be unfucking heard of. And that blows me away. Because what is wrong with that? Man, I had my ass whooped more times. There's probably times I forgot about. And did I deserve them? Bet your ass I did. 9,000 out of 9,001 of them I probably had coming. We're just broken as a society. Everybody cares about what the next person is going to think about them.
Too much.
Way too much.
Too much.
I'm not that guy. I don't give a damn what people think about me. I just...
You can't.
It's
you
hard
need,
to...
you need to worry about yourself.
It's hard to live in it every day. Some days I have a day I'm really battling with it. Today it's on my mind real thick, but I'm not having really... One of my bad days, it's just really in my mind. That's why I posted what I posted on Facebook. I don't get it. We've just become weak and scared to be ourselves. We want to be what everybody thinks we should be. And that's just wrong. In this family, we're always going to do us. Just like everybody out there, just do you.
Do you.
But
stay in your own lane.
exactly.
Stay in your own lane.
Stay in your own
worry
lane.
about your own shit. Because worrying about your own shit, you have plenty to worry about within ourselves. Like,
But when you allow your kids to do certain things, I just overshot it big time. I was just driving. I'm sorry, we're driving
okay.
anyway.
I know you were.
Anyway.
Daddy talking.
I'm
so
talking.
I
I don't even know where the hell I was going now. So we're going for a drive. But I don't know. It only becomes a problem, especially when it starts hitting the workplace. Because then you're forced to deal with it. And it's not right.
And it's around you when you're.
And it
with
affects you.
every day.
It's going to affect you every day. So that was it. That was one of my short and more simple, more friendlier ones.
So I guess you could say our positive for today would be do you and do you and do you and do you and do your family and do you.
Yep.
Stay in your own lane, do you. Like,
but speak your mind.
And don't lie.
When it's something that affects you.
Everybody that lies out there, you can miss us with all that. All that bullshit gonna come around.
It's gonna catch you.
Karma gonna catch up. All that lying.
When you lie about anything, it's gonna get you.
Let me tell you guys, I dealt with, at one point in my life, an absolute compulsive liar to where it was like, it's like a straight sickness. And it is. It's like a straight sickness.
It is.
And talk about sickening. That whole lying, oh my God, like.
And people that lie like that, compulsive liars, lie so much that they honestly start believing their lies.
They do.
And when they think back, they're actually sitting there questioning themselves. Was this a lie or did this really happen? Then that's a bad place to be, man.
Starts becoming like that narcissist behavior.
Because when you get to that point in your life with lies, well, you're done. I don't really know if I don't think anybody can come back from that. You're done. Because that's the only thing you know. It's the only way you know to live. And that's a sad place to be. Yeah, I've always liked that house.
Yeah. We are firm believers in karma. Stop.
Man.
Stop.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see it, Mama.
I was just worried something.
But here's the thing. I just ran a stop sign. And I've ran the stop sign before. It's a good one to talk about. Because I grew up around here. I used to ride my bike all the way around here. That is a new stop sign. Okay, new to me. It probably could have been put there 20 years ago. But I was locked up most of the time. But that's a new stop sign. Mama probably don't want to hear it, but that's probably the third or fourth time I've ran that stop sign because it was never there. I still don't even know why they put it there. There's one road that leads up. It's one way. Maybe because there's more traffic, more people now. And to give a shout out, one of my good friends, Larry Boss, this is why I was over here all the time, lived right down here off Chase. 3 houses down. That's why I was always over here. But nonetheless, I ran a stop sign. Shame on me, because it was never there. Yeah, Mama freaked out. And she has every right. I gotta see what I'm doing.
I just didn't want something coming, man. I didn't know that was one way, and I didn't.
And then, of course, the car behind me is probably thinking...
You gonna run that too?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to run all the rest of these, or what? Look at this idiot. Just like we would have been.
But if he comes driving by me, getting in the turn lane, doing one of these, I'm not gonna get angry, because I have that coming. I'm not making an excuse for running the stop sign. I'm just saying it was never there in all my years. Shame on me.
Cheers. Cheers.
So that's my little rant for the day. It's just certain things that are going on in my life right now. That's why it's heavy on my mind. I've tried talking to people, trying to school them, and it does no good. And I can get 100 people to sit here and go, man, you're right. I agree with you 110%. And then you say, well, you're going to change your way of thinking?
Yeah.
Well, no, let's not get crazy. I'm just saying I agree with you. Just people are scared, man. I don't know why. What the fuck are you scared of? Be you, do you.
To be honest, like, are you scared to be honest? And if you're really scared to be that honest with yourself, then maybe you need to change some things about yourself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Especially like this compulsive liar that I dealt with. If you're that scared to like be honest with yourself, then maybe you need to take a good hard look at yourself and change 100 billion% of what you are and change it into something else.
Yep.
So, and if not, then shame on you. Shame on you, because God gave us a great gift of life, and shame on you for not using your potential and living up to what you could be. So,
because to me, if you sit there and accept people lying to you and bullshitting you, you're allowing them to walk on you.
And you might as well ask for a jar of Vaseline. So,
And that's what it is.
Again, like a junior, but you got to stand up for yourself in this damn world.
Because if someone's lying to you, they're lying to you for a reason, for gain, for something. I mean, I know some people just tell lies for dumb shit. I mean, we all know the one guy or one gal that no matter what fucking story you tell, oh, they got one just like that to outdo it. Okay, that's a little different. Those are they're just pitiful. They're just pitiful. I'm talking about the ones that are lying because they're trying to either move up or impress, and they don't give a damn what harm they cause as long as they get what they want. That's what gets in my feelings. That's what gets me fucked up. But it is a positive note, I guess, because I haven't knocked anybody's teeth out. That's a positive note.
And he's not going to.
And I'm not going to, but that's a positive.
If he didn't have 2 strikes against him, he might. He might.
Because 20 years ago, things were just a lot different. And I still use to this day. I remember Mama one day, something had happened, and I remember I was talking to Becca on the phone, and it was about an individual, and she said, does that motherfucker know how lucky he is that this isn't 20 years ago? And I remember it did it, brought a little smile on my face, and I was like, I know, Mama. Calm down.
I know better than anybody. I think is what you told me. Like,
it's just there are certain times in my life, as far as the respect and what you had to do to survive in my world, that I agree with. I mean, do I think if someone gets disrespected, do I think they should be mobbed right there on the spot, whether it's in a store, a house, a sidewalk, wherever, by 10 or 15 dudes and have your fucking teeth kicked in? I'm not saying that. But with that mindset and with those rules in place, it rarely ever happened. And so the respect level was huge back then. It had to be, or that's what was going to happen to you. Didn't matter who you were. If you disrespected something on any level, you're going to get mobbed. And I'm okay with that. We just got weak as a society. That's really all I'm saying. I don't understand a lot of things that go on. It makes me very unhappy. It makes me very sad.
it is very sad.
It is. But let's think of a happy thought. We're going to get some incense right now.
We're going to get incense.
Because we love our incense.
Yes, we do.
Our house always smells good, whether you're in the kitchen, the living room, the bathroom, the bedrooms, doesn't matter.
Unless one of us is pooping, then of course.
We always have
and it
incense
still smells good.
or candles fucking going. And that's how we like it. We burn 24/7 because it's just, who doesn't love good smelling stuff? I do. And bringing up, don't give a fuck what people think. Every time we walk in the incense shop, we always bring Mia. Of course, the incense shop is AKA
a head shop.
But they have the best incense. But we always bring Mia in there. She loves it. She has no idea what that shit is, and I don't care if she did, because there's nothing wrong with the head shop. All I wanted there is the incense, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. She loves all the shiny, bright glass and all that. She has a ball in there, and they always give her free shit.
They do. She always gets, what did she get one time? A phone case? A phone case.
They always give her something. Why? Because look at her, that's why.
Exactly.
But the point is, it's right on the corner. I better not say where. Could be a trademark thing.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, and so then there's always a red light. There's always people there, and every time we're walking in and out, I got Mia's hand. I'm always looking at Mama saying, "Oh yeah, look at the motherfuckers talk," because you know there's people out there going, there are those people bringing that poor little baby in there. Then you know they carried another step further. They're like, yeah, they probably shoot up in front of her.
Exactly.
People talk shit like you have no idea. And so we just smile going in, and I smile coming out, because this is my family. This is my little girl. Yeah, we're in a head shop.
If anybody knew, we
we're buying
buy
incense.
and
That's
leave.
it. But I don't give a goddamn if we were buying a pipe.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with my little girl. Everybody knows my little girl in here, and they all love her. There's good people in here, and they're all always real happy. Imagine that.
Of course.
But today, me and Mia are going to stay in the truck, just for the fact that, she's sleeping. This is the first time I've ever seen this parking lot this full. That restaurant must be kicking. So, do you want me to keep talking to him, or
Do you want to keep
end
talking?
it? Oh, I can keep talking.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Does everyone want me to keep talking? Of course you do.
We're gonna give an applause because I can edit with the big.
Yay! Don't slam your door. I think she'll say sleeping. But if she wakes up, she'll be good. I'll give her some of my pumpkin pie, whatever. She'll be digging it. Did you bring our 20% off?
Oh, damn, no.
It's okay.
It's in my arts and crafts.
That's how much we come here. We get discounts. No, actually, it's a bubblegum machine inside there. And you know, for years, the whole time we've been coming here, we thought it was just a big-ass bubblegum machine.
We did, with gross bubblegum.
Yep. And she's moving, so. And so we thought it was just a bubblegum machine. But it's more. It's got little balls in there. You open them, and they'll give you like 10% off, 20% off, whatever. Forever. All we used it for was for Mia, because every time we come here, she knows she gets a piece of bubblegum. Well, one day something came out, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And the cashier was like, you guys just won, I think it was 30% off that day. And I was like, really? That's why the bubblegum machine there. Personally, me, I just thought, well, stoners, bubblegum, that's why they have it. So now we still do it to get her bubblegum. But we also do it to win those things, and we won one 3 trips ago, and we still haven't used it because I'm sitting at the house. But back to this place. You know, where I take my daughter is my business. Am I going to take her into some fucking bar? No. Am I going to take her into a bad situation? No. But am I going to take her into the head shop when we buy her incense? You're damn right I am, because there's nothing wrong with it. We're in there buying incense. And I have been coming to this place 30 years. It's real groovy people. They're all righteous. It's a cool place. I bought a watch from this place once. Like I said, I don't smoke, but I love my incense, and they got the best incense in town. But people just care and worry so much about what the other person's doing, when you should be caring and worrying about what you're doing. That's what you should be doing with your life. If you don't like the way something's run, or like the way something is, man, speak up. I do. Sometimes I'm hurting, sometimes it makes change, sometimes it's like, well, yeah, we know. Okay, well, then if you fucking know, change it. But they won't, because they're afraid to take it to the next step. I don't know how many times I've told people, places I've worked, man, this is wrong. And they'll say, well, you know, to do this, we have to go talk to this guy. And I'm like, I'll go talk to him. Okay, but I'm not never in that position to do that. But I could be if you put me in that position. There's nothing wrong with speaking up. Whether you're afraid someone's going to call you, I don't know. Someone's afraid they're going to call you a rat, or a racist, or a tattletale. That's the same thing as a rat. Afraid of being the outcast, or afraid of having everybody say, man, I never said I agreed with him. Because, you know, I've been in meetings before, and I've spoke up for things, and I'm sitting there waiting for others to be like, yeah, when just 2 or 3 days prior to that, they were like, man, fucking A, you're so right, this, that. But when it comes time to step up, they'll sit there with their heads down, and it's pitiful. It's absolutely pitiful. There's nothing in life, nothing, that is worth giving up everything you believe in. Nothing. You need to stand up, or you're going to get walked on every day by society, by work, and in some cases, it could be your own family. Don't be afraid to stand up and be yourself. I mean, I can't imagine living any other way. I could never in my life even think for 1 second of being what somebody else wants me to be. It's just not right. And like I said, not everyone is always going to agree with me, and that's okay. Just like I'm not always going to agree with everybody else. But I'm still going to stand on what I believe in. And that's what I try to teach my kids. That's what I try to teach Junior. And like with this whole bullying thing, I'm to a point now, and I've went over it in my head many times, and Beck's asked me quite a few times if I would ever train them. I did martial arts for a long time. It was just one of those things, I did it for me. And I've never taught any of my kids, ever. But I told Beck, and it's not that I want to teach them how to fight, because that's not it. I'm not teaching them how to fight. I'm teaching them how to defend themselves. But I think that's where I'm at with that. I know a lot of kids, or a lot of people, are afraid to stand up for themselves, swing back. And I just can't live life like that, man. You can't. I mean, some may think I'm arrogant. I don't see it as arrogance. I see it as I'm a man. I have great pride, and I have honor like no other. And I'm gonna stand on it, because that's what I'm supposed to do. I can't live any other way. Yes, I turned my life around 110%. I love my new life, love it. I wish I would have seen the light 20 years ago. But the code that's instilled in me will never die, will never fade. And if it keeps me from moving up at a job, prevents me from being in this circle or even that neighborhood, I don't give a damn. Because I'm gonna do me. And I have my small circle of friends that respect that and love that. That's why I keep them in my circle close to me. Then there's those that think he's just an arrogant fucking prick. He thinks it's cool or funny to speak up on this and that, and to live this way, and not to come over to this side, and that has nothing to do with it. I live my life. And I'm gonna teach my kids to walk the same path, because I believe it's the righteous one. Uh-oh. Faith just opened her eyes? I think she did. Wait for it. No, I think she's asleep. She's restless. Her car seat isn't that comfortable. Here's a good lesson. Here's a good example. This gentleman right next door to me just opened up his minivan. Clobbered our truck just now. That's why you just see me wave. I think 9 out of 10 people would have had the window down or jumping out saying, "Hey, you stupid motherfucker, this, that." Okay, look, it was an accident. Now, it's one thing if it really hit it and caved the door in, and then we got a problem. But still not that kind of a problem, just a problem of, well, let's get some insurance cards and take care of business. But something like this, it got away from him. It's pretty windy today. He hit the door. Let's say he did put a nick or scratch on it. So what? Is it worth getting out, beating the brakes off him, or cussing and causing a scene? No. Is it even worth the next step of getting into a bad situation? Now the cops are here. That's a hell no. Does it irritate me? No, not really. Because I seen him do it. Well, obviously I felt it. But he looked right at me, and he looks like a good dude, and he's You know, he's waving, he's waiting, and I just wave back. Man, it's cool. Okay, man, you hit the door. It's just, I have some friends that would probably react a lot different to that, and that's okay. It's just not me. And it has nothing to do with, because I got my daughter in the car, I could be sitting here by myself, and it wouldn't bother me. It'd just be like, it's all right. It's an accident. People today want to take everything so serious, so personal. I mean, sometimes I do that. When I'm in a Walmart or anywhere, and I'm walking to the door, and someone walks in front of me and just lets it go, sometimes that gets in my feelings. I'm not going to say nothing to that person, but it gets in my feelings. Because I'm going to hold the door for everybody. Everybody. I get in my feelings when people don't say excuse me. I can remember being home, I don't know, a month or so. Me and Mama were at Walmart. And I kept saying excuse me to people, and even Beck turned me and said, are you going to stop that? You're going to stop doing that real quick? And I said, stop what? She said, saying excuse me. Nobody does that anymore. And I remember I told her, I said, no, not everybody. I said, this guy right here is always going to say excuse me. I'm always going to give respect. Because that's all we have. We have our respect, our word, and our honor. Without those three things, as far as men, you ain't got shit. You got nothing in life to give. So, here comes Mama. I know she'll enjoy watching all this later. Yeah, she's up.
Here.
No, she's good though. She's good.
Okay. I'm happy.
I don't think it's shut all the way. Oh, I went on one.
Did you?
But it's a good one. I even told him, I said, she's going to enjoy watching this later. But I was giving an example. Because this dude, there was a dude in a beard. Did someone in a beard come in the store with his old lady?
Yes.
Okay. When they got out of his car, he hit our truck. No, look, but it's an accident. And I told him, I said, check this out. I told him that, I said, 9 out of 10 people would probably get out, start cussing, start trying to have words. I said, you might even want to fight the dude. But I did. I said, okay, of course I'm going to go by how he looks. But I said, man, he froze. I said, obviously he knew what he did. And I said, but he's trying to look at me, and you know what I mean? And I just told him, man, it's cool because it was an accident. But it was part of my speech about telling them people want to overreact to the dumbest shit. Yeah. People getting their feelings over
like
the dumbest shit.
Like that, yeah.
But then I admitted to them. I said, man, I have shit that gets in my feelings. Like the whole people not saying excuse me thing. Or when you're walking in and out of somewhere and someone's ahead of you, instead of holding the door, they just let it go.
Or when somebody interrupts Mama.
Yes.
Daddy don't like that.
Yeah,
shit.
let me tell you about that, how this works. Okay, this is starting to dip down a little bit.
Yes.
I don't know how to fix it. There. Let me tell you something that really fucking burns me. Ooh, nice Bronco.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh.
Anytime.
Oh, really quick. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Mama.
Look, we got. What do we get? Apachui. Oh wait. Apachui, patchouli, fizzy pop, and Fantasia or Fantastic or something. And then I got like 30 cones for like $2. He hooked us up. He was like, you guys are always in here. And so I was like, cool, let me get some cones then. So, cool.
Patchouli. For those of you who don't know me, that is my most favorite thing in the world. I love patchouli. There was a time in my life, everything smelled of patchouli. What was I going to tell him about? Oh, this is what really fucking pisses me off. Oh, and these are the times I just want to fucking reach over to someone and just fucking, just snatch the life out of them because it just really fucking gets me. Is when my wife was talking to somebody, and this happened at a party we were at a while back with good friends of ours, but it was their friend's friend. And my wife was sitting there talking to this lady.
Telling a story.
You know what I mean? And this fucking broad just turns her fucking head and starts talking to someone else. And I did. I saw it, and I look at my wife. Look, nobody likes being fucking ignored, man, or being felt like, oh, well,
you're not important enough.
You know, like, fuck you, we don't care what you're saying. And I seen that. But she kept smiling and she just kind of, her sentence faded. And I'll never forget that fucking night. And I want to say, forgive my, I don't know. I'll say it. Because I'm going to tell you what I told Beck. And if she edits, whatever. But I wanted to fucking reach over and say, hey, you fucking cunt, my wife was talking to you. Because that's how important it is to me. Because when I talk to a motherfucker, I look at him all the time. Respect. You should always be looking in the eyes. I hate when people
Unless you're a liar.
I always hate when people are turning away or doing this and that.
Because then it makes you think you're lying.
When I'm having a conversation with someone, you can ask anybody. When I'm having a conversation with someone walks up to me, I'm usually like this. I'm not even looking at them. I put my finger up like, man, wait a minute. But when someone does that to Beck, it gets my blood boiling. Because, man, who the fuck do you think you are? My wife was telling you a story. She's talking to you. Show her some fucking respect. Because I know she's not really going to be the one to say, hey, man, I'm fucking talking to you. Or say something slick. I know she's not going to do that. But I hate that more than anything. When you speak to someone, look at them. That's the first thing I do when I meet somebody. Especially a man. I go by how he shakes my hand. The first way out of a door. It does, and I judge, and maybe sometimes I put too much into it, but usually I'm always right. And I've come home and told Beck, hey, I met so-and-so today, and she said, what'd you think? I said, first off, he went to do this instead of this. That's a surefire way to get on my not-so-good side. Because what the fuck? Okay, I'm all for giving the biscuit, don't get me wrong. But when I'm first meeting you as a man, or even a woman, man, you better shake my hand. And if you're a man, shake it. You come at me like this or like this, know you're going to be talked about later. A lot.
Exactly.
But if I'm having a conversation with you, give me the same respect. Because my eyes will always stay on you. I'm going to look at you when I talk to you. And I'm really going to be looking at you when you're talking to me. But when people turn their head on my wife, it just fucking, it gets me going. It really does. Started getting a little heat there, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
It just bugs me more than anything.
I love that you get heated about me. I love it.
And there's probably some of you
blocking the sun, you guys. So.
There's probably some of you out there that think this fucking dude cusses a lot. Yes, I do. Always have, always will. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's me. It's how I talk. It's how I.
We're real with it.
It's how I get my point across. It's my comfort. If I sit here and try to edit all my words, I'm gonna sound like an idiot.
No, you're not, because at the same time, look at your speech.
But that was different.
Yes,
that was different. My first speech at Metro was different. But now I know. They told me to drop the F-bomb as many times as I could, and there's a reason for it. But it was hard. I can't speak as freely and as quick because I just really want to. There's sometimes I get really emotional, and that's how I do it. And I use my hands a lot, always, because I can be very animated. But that's how it is. That's how I express myself. But if my language offends some of you, I'm sorry. Maybe you shouldn't watch, because I cuss a lot. What else,
yes,
Mom?
we do. Huh?
What else? I've ranted quite a bit, but it's not a bad rant.
Yes, it's good.
And it's just another way for y'all to get
to know us
to know
better
me a little
and
bit
our
more.
morals and values and how we feel. And this is our channel, so we can put anything we want to put up, and this is what we're putting up. And at the same time, you guys, that's our positive message for today: is do you, be you.
Live your life.
Be you and do you. Always, always.
Yep.
No matter who's around, who's watching, don't be something you're not. Don't be fake and lame.
Yep.
That's lame. Just our thoughts. So, hashtag positive peeps 30. And how about we'll do you want to smash that, and if you haven't already, smash that like button, and if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. Oh, do it one more time. Smash that subscribe button. Alright, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. You don't have to. You do whatever you want to do. So, You want to leave a nasty, crappy comment? You leave that nasty, crappy comment because then Mike will deal with all the comments.
I will.
Nasty. And all the positive comments, we love crew members. So
We do.
to all our true ride or die crew members, we love y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. Be safe, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Later.
And we're out. And we're out.